Hey traders, I got a decent amount of feedback on doing a trade of the day video. So it may be a good trade we had in the room, the live room with the team, like a day trade we had yesterday. It could be a swing trade. It could be a core long-term trade that we're closing out that I want to teach on, or so it could be a successful trade. It also could be a trade where we stop out on a particular position. And there's two types of stops, guys. There's stops where you that are negative, and there's stops that are positive. So losing trades is part of this, is part of trading. So how you take a stop and why you take a stop, um, there's differences between a bad action and not sticking to your trading plan, breaking one of your trading rules or several of your rules. Those are bad stops, right? When you take a stop because it's part of your trading plan, you're following a trailing stop rule, anything that you're executing on the correct action, just because it results in a negative, realized um, P&L or negative realized loss, that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. So um, anyhow, there's a lot of lessons to be learned in losing trades. So we'll do some of those as well. And then obviously, hopefully, you're not having days where you're having big losses. But anyhow, so we'll do a trade of the day from time to time. So today I wanted to cover oil. And the main point that I want to highlight is just how we work this position. So without getting into the bigger picture and why we were selling into this $50 area again. I mean, we've been shorting into 50, 53 all year. And I started shorting on this particular play earlier in the month on smaller size. But here you can see that at this point I was short 5 contracts, and I designate that in red when I was out of the money. All right, and this is a one lot that I'm showing here. The down arrow is a short one contract. And so it's green because it was eventually part of a in the money position. Okay, but at this point in time, I was out of the money. I missed selling into 49, which was actually a mistake. I wanted to offer into that level, and I had an organizational error where I just forgot to put it into the queue. I didn't offer with the broker. So that's a different type of error, right? Um, anyhow, so we came back and I got a second chance to resell into a bounce. We did. And at this point in time, I was short 6, and it's red. I was still out of the money. Traded around a piece here that we covered. I guess I covered and then I reshorted. All right. But I was still out of the money at this point on the overall position. And then here going into last week, the end of last week, oil started to roll over. All right. So here we took off half the position, designated in green. All right, collapse further into the bottom of the cycle. I guess I'll highlight some of this. Collapsed into the bottom of the cycle, covered more. All right, pretty much close to the move of the lows of last week. And then this is just part of the process. You can see here the bands were rising, which is showing you the intermediate term uptrend. This is why we had to be patient. This is what I teach my guys, that this is the left-hand side of the chart. Okay, of the sine curve, and this is the right-hand side. So when this trend is rising, you're going contrarian, which is okay. You just have to be aware of where you are, because that's going to dictate the amount of risk you can take and the size that you want to play. But at this point, you start to see the bands cross and the wave structure begins to roll over. So then it's at this point in time where you can see that this blue line is the 30-hour moving average, and these are the upper bands. When you get a sell-off away from the bands, away from the 30, and then you revisit that same location, you want to be a seller. So I resold twice into this move. You can see I covered a small piece here, Okay, so I brought my delta from, at this point when I covered, I was just short 2, short 3, short 4, cover 1, short 3, cover another. Okay, here this morning, short 2, and then I covered today another piece down near the lows. I'm only short one more contract. Now I do have some puts, which is keeping my core short even a little bit larger, but I'm peeling out of these gains on my outright contracts. All right, and so if we get a bounce back here overnight, I'll probably offer some 46.5, maybe another piece up here at 47, and I'm gonna be a better seller as long as we're below this long-term trend. So this is how we play a longer term core short, and we trade around the position. Okay. I guess that's all I want to say about as far as the direction goes. But here, guys, look. Okay, I'm only short one more contract. Okay, we had a nice day today. I think it closed out. We're closer to $7 grand up on the day. This was from earlier. I still have some puts, but this is how we trade. All right. Now, if you're interested in joining our team and having days like this, you know, visit my site, jenkinsrm.com. You can join our chat room. Just put your email in here. It's free. And then if you scroll down, you know, you can join our trading team here. Again, I teach you on the model in this program. This is our full access team, we call it. It's a live 24/7 trading room. So we're trading everything all the time, and there's ongoing teaching that goes into this. I train on the model for a couple days. Anyway, if you're interested in that, just click here. I've kind of went over it a few times with different people today, so I'm kind of tired of going over it. But here's our real-time alert product. This is what we do. It's $150 a month, guys. It doesn't get much cheaper than that as far as this high level of alerts and what we do on a timing basis. But here's our active trader group. We're signaling day trades. Okay, here's me. This is the results page that I just showed you. All right, we're trading around pound versus the yen. But there's over 20 different signals today. Basically, I think there was 17 signals before lunch. So, I mean, just coming in and out on a couple of the oil contracts pays for itself in one day. More than pays for itself for this type of service. So kind of a no-brainer if you guys are looking for an edge as far as timing goes and position size. That's kind of what we do. So again, visit jenkinsrm.com if you're new. I'd love to hear from you in our chat room. And I'm just building out the team. So it's a global network, professional traders and independent traders. And I don't really care. Whoever wants to learn to trade, if you share the same passion as we do, if you're a beginner or if you have 20 years of experience, I mean, we're all after the same goal, grinding it out every day in that room. So, all right, guys, I'll be back at you. I might be on tonight just because of what's going on with there's some news regarding New Zealand, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. All right, guys, we'll talk to you.